website right now and download my free course on alternate picking mastery. It contains 5 essential exercises that will take you to alternate picking mastery faster than you can imagine. And then I've included my method of how to lay out a practice plan in just 1 to 2 minutes that will absolutely boost your results like nothing you ever tried before. So go download it right now. It's free. Hey! Sequences, that's what we're talking about here. And I promised you in the previous video, which you perhaps want to go watch if you haven't already done so, that I would show you a tool, a simple way of thinking that will allow you to create simple classical sequences that really sound good and that you can use in Spanish acoustic music. You can use them in neoclassical metal or for, creating your own compositions in any style of music, because this is the foundation of Western music, basically. So what do? Well, play anything on 3 notes. Right. You have 3 notes on 1 string in the diatonic major-minor scale, right? And you just produce any combination of notes in there. Let me just play 3 notes up, just to keep it so simple. We're in the key of A minor here, or C major, same scale. And I'm just playing up from the 8th to the 10th and 12th, right? That's my little sequence of notes. And then I'm going to move that through the scale in the most obvious way, just step by step up the fretboard. And it's very easy to see when you are using only 1 string. Right? So I'm basically just playing one thing and then moving it up the scale, playing the same thing, adjusting my fingering to fit the notes of the scale. Let's do it with another thing. Let's just play up and down, right? We go 8, 10, 12, 10, 8. Just coming up with random stuff. That's what I play. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This isn't even 4 notes, so it's going to sound weird. Or is it? So let's move that up, right? And then I play 10, 12, and 13. Next notes in the scale. Then 12, 13, and 15. Right? And then I go. It sounds together, right? And sounds classical. Let's create another thing. Let's just play. So I'm playing the first note and then the highest note. So I play 8, 12, and then just down again to 10 and to 8. So 8, 12, 10, and 8. Like that. So let's move that up. And or you could go. And if you're in doubt here, just sit down with a piece of paper. Say, okay, we got 3 positions, 1, 2, 3. Let's just take a cube or whatever and create random numbers. Just pick them in blindly, whatever, and then just say, okay, we go. Well, we have 2 strokes on each. Lowest, highest, middle. Let's try that. How easy can this be, right? See, the challenge comes at the next step. If you want to play these things through the scale using multiple strings, and let's say you come up with a sequence like, right? And you're playing this down. Right? You're moving it through the scale. So now I played it in the top here, 10, 12, and 13. And then I have to play it from this note, but it has to be on the B string because I want to stay in my 3-note per string shape. Okay? So now this is the lowest note. And then I have to picture the next 3 notes, right? Where I have 1 on the B string and 2 on the high E string. And I have to play the same thing, low, high, middle, low. It's good to see it that way. So on the top string we had low, high, middle, low. And then this is now my lows. So I go low, high, middle. Okay, then I take the next. This is the B on the B string in the 12th fret. This is now the lowest. And then I have the highest would be the 10th fret on the E string. The middle would be in the 13th. Look in the tabs that you can download with this lesson. Click the link below. Go to our website, the blog part of it, and then download both the video and the tabs. So I go. So now, oh, that wasn't the sequence, was it? Yes, it was. So you decipher exactly what to do. And the best way of doing it is just to take two instances of the sequence. So another trick is to go down, you know, the easy way on one string, and then listen for how does it sound? And see if you can play it in the same position using two strings. And then you have the melody in the head from the one string, and then stay in a 6-note shape. Don't go across all 6 strings. When do you do that anyway, right? When you play, you know? Anyway, sometimes, perhaps, but you know, the most useful thing, the most useful thing when it comes to improvisation and creating melodies is just to play. That's it. You never play any, you know, more of the sequence than that when you improvise. And rarely do you play that much. Right? So just take the first 2 instances and practice those in a loop. So you go until you remember them in your fingers almost, like it's easy, and then add the 3rd instance. So keep it easy all the time. Don't pile too much on it so you can't remember it and have to relearn it when you get to the top. Really keep it simple and just loop, 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 loop all the way so you really get it in there before you move on. And then this way, you can actually compose a sequence there. Right? Start moving it around, and it becomes easier and easier to play across the strings instead of just on one string. This is, of course, a study, right? You have to have the courage to come up with ideas and move them around on one string, and then from there, you know, play all across 2 strings, and really spend the focused time where you're using brain resources on it. You know, pull out a cup of coffee, go make yourself one, and then really focus on it for 10, 15 minutes at a time. And then you take a break, you go back to it, right? So it's really. But the next thing you can think about is that we can move sequences. I'm just going to give you this and then move on to the next lesson here. That you can move sequences around, you know, in another way than just up or down. You can use sequences to move around sequences, right? So let's say we have the 3-note sequence of just going up, you know, in the scale and then moving it down 1 step in the scale, right? Well, you can move that around in another sequence. You could go down 2 steps and then up 1, down 2 steps. So you go, and then instead of going just down to the C, you go all the way down to the B, which is the next in the scale, right? So I go, and then I go up 1 step, right? So play it up here, go down 2 steps, play it, go up 2 steps and play it, and then go down 2 steps again to the A and play it. So it sounds like this. Let me play that again. Right, so I go 2 down, 1 up, 2 down, 1 up, and then just play my thing on each step, right? You could do something else. You could go down 3 steps. So sounds pretty good. And then 2 up, right? So you get, you know, and this is just math, simple math. And then you can practice playing it within a 6-note shape. Right? And so play around with it and really go into it like this is the essence of improvising and the essence of music, basically, melodies. And then, of course, once you've done that, you start mixing them around. You start really using what you have in your fingers and start like, depending on what style you're playing, you practice ending and beginning these sequences. and mixing them up, combining them. And I should say, in this connection to this, that we have a program out called the Classical Collection, which is basically sequences or power licks, little bundles of sequences that fit together that you can use to create a unique playing style of your own, that are, designed to fit together. So you can move them around the fretboard as you combine them. So you can learn to play fast and improvise fast, or create slower melodic lines effortlessly. So it's a little system of doing what I just told you here in a systematic, really neat way that's going to give you that skill in the fastest way possible. So go check that out. But you can download this video, download the tabs that come with it, and start practicing right away and get some new exciting results. Subscribe for more free videos. Do it. Do it now. Do it.